before us. So welcome to all members, and the meeting is officially opened. In terms of attendance, I just wish to indicate that the names of the members of this committee that I have is Honorable Sibidla Sapeta, Honorable Duma, Honorable Kaluza, Honorable Mshengu, Honorable Fraser, Honorable Giliza, Honorable Gwala, Honorable Msimango, Honorable Papas, Honorable Seja, Honorable Pagati. And the support team is Siboniso Nesto Mposi, who is the committee coordinator. The cluster manager is Sam Numalo. The researcher is Nokulunga Lutuli. And the legal advisor is Monica Nyambura and or Daphne Kuzwayo. I think they'll alternate. So those are the people that are supposed to be at the meeting. Can I please request a mover for the agenda? We are on item 1.3. I'll take hands. Honorable Duma.
I move. Thank you so much, Secretary. Yes.
Thank you. Honorable Sibidla Sapeta, I see your hand.
We second the motion.
Thank you. Can I just ascertain from the committee staff if there are any apologies? Mr. Nesto?
Thank you, Nopala. I haven't received any apologies at the moment, but I am having a problem of getting Honorable Sija and Honorable Gwala. Their phones are off, but I reminded them. Honorable Fraser, she's going to join us just now.
All right, thank you. So for the record, we do have a quorum. The only members that are not at the meeting at the moment is Honorable Seja, Honorable Fraser, and Honorable Gwala. So yes, we do have a quorum. We'll move on then to item 1.4. The purpose of this meeting is to elect the chairperson of the Adhoc Committee on Land Matters. And once we elect the chairperson and hand over to the chairperson, then the committee will deal with the committee mandate, and the chairperson will advise on the way forward. I'm then moving on, because we have a quorum, I'm moving on to the election of the chairperson, and I would like to call for nominations for the chairperson, please.
Honorable S.A. Duma.
Yes, Honorable Duma.
Thank you so much, Chair. May I propose the name of Honorable Dobrai Sibidla Sapeta to be the chairperson of this committee.
Thank you. Can I have a seconder for that, please?
Honorable Giliza.
Honorable Giliza, yes, over to you.
Yes, I do second the name of Honorable Sibidla Sapeta.
Thank you. Honorable Sibidla Sapeta, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, Secretary, I accept the nomination.
Thank you. Are there any further nominations?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please identify yourself? I can't see your hand.
You can't see my hand?
No.
Really?
No, I can't see it on my, I don't know who it is. Sorry. If you can just give me your name, please. I can't see it on the screen.
Oh, Msimango.
Msimango, Honorable Msimango, I'm sorry. Yes. Do you have a nomination?
Yes, I still nominate Dobrai Sibidla.
Thank you. All right. I then close the nomination. Announce that Honorable Sibidla Sapeta is duly appointed, elected chairperson of the Adhoc Committee on Land Matters. Congratulations. Over to you, chairperson.
Warm greetings, honorable members, and to you, Secretary, and the officials that are present in the meeting. Honorable members, I don't have much to say at this point except to state that, as I indicated earlier, that I accept the responsibility which you have bestowed upon me to guide the activities of this committee as outlined in the resolutions of the House, which established this ad hoc committee. Secretary, I don't know whether you have with you the resolutions of the House. If you do, may I request that you read out to all members so that they understand the responsibilities of this ad hoc committee.
Thank you, Chairperson. Can I request Mr. Nesto Nkosi to please flight it for us? Thank you. If we can just go to the specific mandate, I don't think we need to read the actual noting that. Let's just go to the mandate. Okay, so the House resolved to establish the ad hoc committee to A, deal with all the land claims complaints referred to the various committees of the legislature, and B, to complete this task on or before the end of the 6th term of the legislature. Please go on. Please scroll down. The political parties were to appoint the members of the ad hoc committee, and that has been done. And the third item, the secretary must convene the first meeting of the ad hoc committee. And we've done the election of the chair, and the ad hoc committee shall have the powers listed in Rule 141. And Rule 141 provides for the general powers of a committee to summon any person to appear before it and give evidence on oath or affirmation, or to produce documents. It provides for the committee to initiate and introduce legislation, and it provides for the committee to consider bills. So all of the powers that it has as a normal committee is bestowed upon this ad hoc committee. And in terms of Standing Rule 142, 1A, Roman numeral 1, the ad hoc committee must report to the House and to the Joint Committee of Agriculture and Rural Development and Standing Committee on Public Participation Committee biannually. The first report is to be tabled within 6 months from the date of establishment of the committee, and the final report is to be tabled a month before the term of the end of the term of the 6th term. And in terms of Rule 128(1), which does not apply to this ad hoc committee, 128(1) relates to subcommittees, and it says that a committee has such subcommittees as are established by these rules and may appoint a subcommittee when required to carry out a specific task. So this committee can't appoint a subcommittee. It must do the work on its own. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Secretary. Honorable members, any comments or questions regarding the mandate of the committee?
Can you repeat, Chair?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Honorable
you are
members,
audible,
Honorable Duma,
Thank you so much. They were loud and clear. I think it's a matter of us adopting them.
Any other member?
As well to research more.
Honorable
a matter of
Mthethwa.
time. I'm not sure whether we need to adopt them because they are given to us as an ad hoc committee by the legislature. So for us is to have them as our Bible to work with. I think it's to actually reaffirm them because we can't say we adopt them.
You are correct, Honorable Mshengo. The mandate or the terms of reference were adopted by the House, and we are a committee of the House, so we can't reopen that discussion here in this meeting. So we take the terms of reference as presented, and if the in the process we feel that the terms of reference are limiting the committee I think has all the rights to suggest the amendment of the terms of reference to the Speaker and the House for consideration. Okay, the next item. I don't have my agenda.
Sorry, it's way forward, Chairperson.
Oh, okay, if there are no other comments, honorable members, I just have one or two questions to the Secretary. In terms of the resources or budget of the ad hoc committee, has that been finalized? And if it has been finalized, can you please share with us the second clarity that I would like to pose to you? We tasked to deal with a very sensitive matter that has a number of challenges that have been reported to various committees of the legislature. And most of those issues, people are up in arms in different areas of the province. Are we going to follow the schedule of the legislature, that of meeting once a month, or the committee is given a leeway to develop its program to deal with the mandate?
Thank you, Chairperson. Thank you. In terms of the resources, I did indicate that I read out the names of the support staff. So you have Sibonisa Nesto Nkosi as your support staff coordinator. You have Sam Ngumalo as the cluster manager, and you have Nokulunga Lutuli as the dedicated researcher, and Monica Nyambura, and in her place, if she's not available, Daphne Kuzwayo as the legal advisors. In terms of the budget, we haven't really put a budget together, but I think what would assist is the committee to consider an action plan and just work with us so that we can develop an appropriate budget for you. I will ask Mr. Nzuza to come in if he has already started that process on the budget. But I thought it's more important to know that funding is available. However, it must be directed by what the chairperson and the committee are considering as in terms of their plan of action, and we can then cost it and find funding for it. On the meeting, the planning around meetings, Mr. Nzuza has been working with the schedule for next year's meetings in terms of the calendar, but I don't think that this committee is going to be limited to that extent, knowing that we can work virtually as well for consolidation of reports and for discussions. It may assist, but we will still have to follow a schedule of ensuring that there isn't any clashes. So there will be some flexibility, but just as long as it doesn't clash with other and deprive other committees of a quorum. So it is up to the committee chair and the committee itself to consider the program and start thinking of when and times when they would meet, but of course working with the committee support staff. I don't know, Mr. Nzuza, if you've got anything more to add to it.
Thank you very much, Chair and Nopal and honorable members. The Secretary has largely covered the processes that will be unfolding outside this meeting. I have met with our team finance where we were going through the expenditure on the budget of committees, and as the Secretary has indicated, we have not spent much for all committees combined, and the allocation will then be led by us putting the program together so that I then engage them in terms of how much do we need to then put towards the two ad hoc committees that have been established. Regarding the issue of the meeting slots, Chair, I will also be guided by yourself in terms of the frequency of meetings. Because most of them, I believe, will have to be informed by the reports that have been submitted to various committees coming from the various communities around the province. And we'll then need to see how much the ad hoc committee can deal with per month so that we cover as much as possible during the life of the ad hoc committee. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Nzuza. Secretary, can I request that between now and the next meeting, you instruct the officials that are deployed to this committee to retrieve all these complaints from all the committees of the legislature, including the resolutions on some of those complaints, so that when we start our work, at least we know where the legislature or the various committees are in dealing with those matters.
We will do so, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable members.
Yes, Chair.
Cleopatra.
No, Sihlalo, bengaphakamisile.
Ngizwe ivoice yakho, Cleopatra.
Oh, hayi. Ngibingelela Sihlalo.
All right. Welcome, Honorable Fraser. Who else wanted to speak? Duma?
I'm fine, Chair. I think the previous resolution can just encroach on other term, not to be limited on this term. We can even encroach on the fifth term. It is going to assist us just to short circuit some of the issues, Chair. Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, you are correct. All right, honorable members, can we suggest the date of the next meeting? Or we allow the administrators to look at the schedule and then advise us?
Chairperson, I think the ad hoc committee would be more stronger if they can just understand. For me, I would say let us check the date, which will be a workshop of some sort where we invite all the stakeholders in our initial meeting. So it will be easy that way. I just wanted to highlight that, Chair. Thanks.
There's a proposal of a workshop, honorable members. Comments?
Seconded, Chair.
I think it's a good idea, Chair.
Thank you.
Good idea, Chair.
I didn't. Who was seconding?
Eliza.
Secretary, is the meeting over? I can't hear anything now.
Honorable Chiliza has seconded the proposal for the workshop as our first meeting. Mr. Nzuza, I hope you are still with us. We will work together on that one.
Yes, Chair, noted.
All right. Honorable members, that brings us to the end of our meeting. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much, Secretary, and your team.
Thanks, Chair. Thanks, Secretary. Cheers,
And
everyone.
to you, honorable members. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Chair.
much.
Chair.
Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Siyabonga sihlalo.
Good night. Nkosazana ngisakwazi.
Khona sihlalo.
Mm.
Akekile sihlalo wami. Ngiyabonga.
Sisezintabeni emabhosini.
Hey mfowethu. Thanks, sobonana kusasa. Thursday.
Sure, thanks.